What's up, guys? All right, let me tell you what you're looking at right now. And we're doing a very low-tech version of this. I don't know what the freak's going on with my TV, the software that was upgraded, but I can't get any of my devices to mesh with it, so we're going to do a real low-tech version here on my Microsoft Surface. All right, so there's this dude in the white shirt here, right here. That is linebacker for New York Jets, Darren Lee. He is 6'2" and 230 pounds. There's a guy standing in front of him. He's wearing a tan shirt. And that is Leonard Williams. He is the defensive end for the New York Jets. He is 6'6", 305 pounds. And let's roll this, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about this and more. All right, here we go. All right, as you can see here. Wait. All right. They got in a little argument or something when they were out. And as the rumors go, no one was arrested or anything, but as the rumors go, Darren Lee was getting in some woman's face, and Leonard Williams didn't approve of that and wanted to keep his teammate out of trouble, so he removed him from the scene. And as you see, the 6'6", 305 pound Williams, that's his head here, has Darren Lee off the ground. His feet are dangling. His head is up here. Darren Lee, again, is 6'2" and 230 pounds. I'll leave this video down below, guys, so definitely feel free to check it out yourself and everything. So here, let's just watch the rest of this. If in another second, he's literally going to shake him off his feet. My God. One more time there. Alright, so let me move my camera around here. Oh, and I'm gonna talk about this here. Whoa. Oh, the new Iron Maiden shirt. I just saw them last weekend. Into Tampa. Sweet. Actually, it's their shirt for their beer. I don't know. I haven't seen that before, so I like to try and find obscure shirts as possible. All right, so guys, this whole premise is like, how big an athletic is too much for your BJJ to take, and what's it going to take to be able to take on someone this big, athletic, and powerful? Is Leonard Williams, for instance, I mean, as I mentioned, he's 6'6", 305 pounds. That is obviously an enormous man. I mean, you may think, oh yeah, we have some big guys like that in my school. Guys, he's also runs a 4.8 40-yard dash. He can roll. That means he could probably catch you, from behind, run you down. He's extremely athletic. If you ever watch look up his highlights. Extremely athletic. He's very good with his hands. He's using them all the time, taking on offensive linemen, taking on little shit running backs. Other people try and block him. He doesn't let people get to his legs. He doesn't let people get to his legs very easily. Again, that's another skill in football that you have to have, especially his position. To keep people from blocking you down low. So be able to take him down would not be easy. So let's talk about this here. Who's going to be able to take him as a white belt? I mean, again, let's make. I'm talking in a fight. I'm not talking in BJJ. Let's say if you get in a street fight with someone like this, and obviously if he came to a BJJ school, I think he's going to lose to a ton of people, and there's no doubt about it. But if you had to take on someone that's big and powerful, and assuming everyone has some type of fighting ability, assuming Leonard knows how to fight, assuming you know how to fight as well, just use your hands. I'm not talking professional fighter, but able to defend yourself a little bit, as well as be able to throw a proper strike. Okay, those little things there. So that. Hey, Austin, shh! My turtle always wants to make noise when I make videos, whatever. So, with that assumptions being made, could any white belt, and I'm talking regular white belt walking the street, take them on? And even the big ones, I don't see it happening. I think someone that big and athletic would ravage him. Even if he didn't really know how to fight, but if he's someone that big and that size, even starts coming down on you, be trying to take him down with forearms, I mean, the damage he'll inflict on someone's body, it would be unbelievable. and probably prompt you to let go and, you know, live to fight another day. So white belts, I'm just gonna, you know, all gone, guys. Blue belt, guys, nah, I don't see it either. You know, even the real big, good sized ones, I don't see having the athleticism. Again, we're talking, you know, even just decent athletes, but, you know, just working regular jobs out there like I do and so forth, and probably you do. Pardon me. All right, moving up, purple belts. I would think a sizable purple belt would start. I think now we can start talking. Someone reasonably have a chance. I don't think anyone around the 200 mark. I think they would get absolutely drilled. Still, I think there's the point of balance between his athleticism and size. The skill level of a purple belt, though, of most of them, even I think you'd have to be a pretty skilled, like 270-pound purple belt and above to be able to have a shot against someone this size. And again, I think a lot of it has to do with based on athleticism and you know, how quick this guy moves, and it's frightening. I remember seeing, you know, defensive ends back in the day. The first one ever, or defensive lineman I ever saw in my life that really, I was just like, holy shit, this is scary. I think it was Warren Sapp from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and when he ran down Jerry Rice on a, he had like a sweep, and Warren Sapp ran him down, and I was like, holy shit, that was frightening to see how scary athletic the modern players are and became. So anyhow, all right, so let's move up a little here. Brown belt. Are there brown belts in this world just, you know, that are non, you know, just pros type things, people that base their whole lives around BJJ to be able to take them? Yeah, I think there's a few. Not not many, man. It's just, you know, you may have, you may think you have them in your school, but I think, again, when you see this type of freakishness, athleticism, it's off the charts. When I remember years ago, I saw the Cincinnati Bengals. This is 1990s, right? 1990 Cincinnati Bengals, the NFL football team, were horrible. One of the worst teams of the decade, right? And I went to their training camp, you know, before season begins. If you're not from the U.S., may not be familiar with how it works, but they play for the NFL teams, get together months before, you know, the season begins. They obviously work together. They make cuts, you know, who's going to be the final roster. And so I went to the Bengals. I'm like, oh God, well, it's a loser team, whatever. And so I was there watching practice, and it was the middle of the week. Hardly people were there because they sucked. And they had the practice field roped off, but I was able to get close to the players. And I was watching from probably 15 to 20 feet away practice, you know, with the players who are in front of me. And I was like, holy shit, this is one of the worst teams in the NFL. Supposedly have a lot of the worst players in the NFL, and every player is amazing. They are incredible. They're the speed, the size, the athleticism was completely off the charts. So anyhow, so all right. But the thing is, I really think back to you know, being able to take on someone like Leonard Williams. I think we're talking brown belts and very few that would have a shot. Okay, all right. So, but as we keep on moving up in rank, the weight of the people that be able to take someone like Leonard Williams comes down. So let's move on to, and again, we're talking in a street fight. We're not talking in BJJ. Obviously, oh my God. I mean, if it was just a BJJ match, Leonard Williams doesn't know anything. Yeah, oh my, he's gonna get freaking crushed in a BJJ match, right? In a roll or something like that. Just even in practice. I know that, but I'm talking like street fight here. All right, so then black belt. Are there black belts that can take them? Yeah. Obviously, there's gonna be quite a few, I think. But let's talk about, you know, again, the size and athleticism still gives him an advantage over a lot. Okay, but there's gonna be, before I think a brown belt. I mean, we're talking a brown belt would still have to my mind, going to be at least a 250-pound, you know, skilled brown belt to be able to have a shot against someone of that size and athleticism. Black belt, I think it comes down a bit too. Okay, I think we're talking black belts. I still think you're going to have to be over 220 pounds. You know, granted, I think our pros that we have any of the BJJ pros, I imagine, not any, but I don't know their fighting set or anything, but they're at least going to have to be still 200-pound pros to be able to take someone of this size and athleticism, in my mind, guys. Just to be real, I mean, someone like Ooosss, yeah, I think so. He'd be able to take, Leonard Williams, Cyborg Abreu, sure. Galvon, sure. Someone, these guys are big guys. They're not small. They're going to be able to have. They're not going to have the strength and maybe not the athleticism. Someone like Leonard Williams. Actually, they probably do since they're the top of our sport, but they'd still giving away a lot of size. Let's be real here. I don't think someone like Marcelo Garcia, it wouldn't go well for him, man. As incredible skilled, maybe the best BJJ practitioner to at this point walk the earth. I don't think he's gonna have a shot in a street fight against Leonard Williams. I mean, we're literally talking he's double Marcelo's size, and that's just giving up too much, man. As skilled as he is, as strong as he is for his size, he really is. But I just don't. I mean, trying to be real here, I think it's giving away too much. For instance, God, man, when I came to BJJ, there's some young high school guys that are doing it, for years, and I'm 200. I weighed in 223 this past week, and I remember when some of these young guys in the high school and stuff, they were like 110 pounds, 120 pounds. They were much more skilled than I was, right? Not even close. I know what I was doing, right? My first couple of years. But dude, there's nothing they could have done. These guys, whatever. They had skills. I look at them now. It's like, oh my God, I still wish I had their skills they had when they were, 15 years old, 14 years old, something like that. At this point. But it was just giving up too much, and I think in this case it's the same thing with someone like Marcelo. But just because I think some of the black belts are not going to be able to get them in the ball game to be able to compete in a street fight with someone like Leonard, just giving up too much. But guys, I don't know, man. I'm just curious. What do you think? Where is the balance between size and skill to be able to help you? And again, this is strictly street fight. Again, in BJ, if this was just BJJ, yeah, man. I mean, I think Leonard's gonna lose quite a bit and everything. But if you're talking like street fight, where you're locked in a cage with them, God, man, that would suck actually, because you're not be able to run away. You're not even able to run away from him. The guy's probably he's gonna catch most humans. That's the frightening thing. So, all right. Anyways, leave your comments down below. I'm really curious what you guys think about this and everything. Don't get me wrong. BJJ is awesome. I think it's so necessary to know these skills in fighting, man. Especially these days, there's so many people know how to take you to the ground and tackle you and so forth. So, the one thing that always stood out in my mind, I remember, is when I was in high school. Anyone I knew that was a wrestler, this is the one thing I never forgot. I never remember any wrestler in high school ever losing a fight ever. Like, they got in a fight, whoever they decided to fight, or if someone decided to fight them, it was over. They kicked their ass. They got someone to the ground. It always stood out to me that how important ground skills are. It's like, all those 4 years of high school, seeing fights, the guys that are undefeated, I think I never remember wrestlers losing ever. So, that always says a lot about grappling and everything, and I think BJJ is the best form of grappling self-defense. So, guys, all right, let's talk about it. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do. Ooosss.